Well, an attorney for former Chicago Bulls player Eddie Curry says a woman found shot to death in a South Loop apartment last night is Curry's former girlfriend and the mother of his 3-year-old son. That boy was found in the apartment but not injured. However, the woman's 9-month-old daughter was also killed. ABC 7's Evelyn Holmes is here with more on that story.
Kieran and Ravi Curry, along with family and friends of Nova Henry, are understandably devastated by the murders. While no one has been charged in the case, Chicago police believe the killings were the result of a domestic dispute.
It's just terrible. It's terrible. It's just unbelievable.
The uncle of Nova Henry reacts to her murder and that of her 9-month-old daughter, Ava, just hours after the two were found dead in their South Loop home.
It's a devastation. It's a tragedy. It's just terrible. I mean, this is a 1 in a million deal here. You don't get this every day, and it's just not right.
Calls for help came around 6 o'clock Saturday night when Henry and her infant daughter were found by a relative after family members grew concerned that the 24-year-old had not shown up for the wake of her grandmother, who passed away last week. The Cook County Medical Examiner says the two died of multiple gunshot wounds.
The family came to check on her because they were at a funeral and they were expecting her at the funeral, and she didn't show up, so the family came to check on her, and then they discovered the tragedy.
Henry's relatives say she had been having trouble with an ex-boyfriend and had an order of protection. Detectives say they are looking for a known acquaintance of the victim.
This is another example of how domestic violence turns bad.
Henry's 3-year-old son was also inside the home, but unharmed. Sources close to the investigation say the boy's father is former Chicago Bulls player Eddie Curry, who now plays for the New York Knicks. The married father of 4 is said to be devastated as he faces yet another challenge. Curry's former limo driver is suing him for sexual harassment and racial discrimination. And back in July of 2007, the professional athlete and his family were robbed at gunpoint in his Burr Ridge home. For the family and friends of Nova Henry, their struggle is to understand why.
How can you even prepare for that? It's just a very hard thing to have to deal with.
Relatives are pleading for whoever is responsible to turn themselves in, and they also say that if anyone has any information that would help police with their investigation, please do call. The funeral for Nova Henry's grandmother is tonight. Family members in attendance say they will struggle through this, knowing that they must prepare to plan 2 more funerals. So certainly want some kind of closure to this. They're hoping that they'll have an arrest soon.
All right. Evelyn, thank you.
Thanks.